See if people can find us.
Hello, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Are we going to see the comments in the screen or not?
Yep.
Under the you are in the show, but so far no one, so no, nothing.
Oh, well, we've got one person watching. Hello, whoever you are. Oh, lots now. If you go, Phoebe, if you go to the top right-hand side, there's a bit that says comments towards the top, and if you click on that, it'll. Morning.
Morning, everyone.
For us, it's 10 p.m. So we haven't been to bed yet, but I know Phoebe's up super early.
I cannot see anything on the top.
Can you? Oh, sure.
It is just our screens.
So can you?
You could
look. Have you got like a tablet or something that you can watch on? You could.
I'm looking at my name. I'm looking at my name, or so I cannot.
Yeah, there's a bit. There's a little box that says comments on the top right-hand side.
Top right.
We've been having the right gossip.
Oh, it's a chat. Oh yes, but then, well, it's super small. Oh my gosh!
Yes.
All I can see is Facebook user. Ha ha ha. Hello.
Yep. That's good enough. Well, don't worry. If there's a good question or something, Mark can put it up on the screen.
Okay, so, thank you so much.
We can
I will try to catch up. And because the screen is super small, if there is any question or answer, I will look back at the comments because it is like I need another glasses to look at the screen.
I know the feeling. Hi, Sushma. Have I said that right? Hi, Alison.
Hello, Alison. Good morning, guys.
Yes, good evening with us.
Oh, it is 6 a.m. Yeah, this is morning for me and evening for you. Thank you so much for joining us so late.
Or early.
I hope you have a cup of coffee or something.
So Phoebe and I were chatting and we thought that it would be really nice to do a joint live to celebrate the fact that we're both on the Graphic 45 design team this year, which we're both really excited about, as you can imagine. But we wanted to have a theme that we thought people could join in as well with, and our theme is circles. And as you can see, our projects are really different. I haven't done a book this time, which is nice. But Phoebe, tell me all about your project.
Actually, I am a box person. I like box, big or small, or paper, wood. I like box. I want to live in a box, so I'm a cat person. So, and then I was doing some boxes like the heart shape, and then I thought maybe the round shape would be a lot more easier. So I thought maybe we should do this, and it would make such a good gift for friends or even yourself, because it's just, you can make it as big as you like, or as small as you like, or as tall as you like. So it will be fun to do it together and see how other people use other paper or other collections to do it. So that's why.
I love it. Which collection have you used?
This is, where's my paper? This is an earlier collection of Graphic 45. It's called Natural Notebook or Sketchbook, but I don't know why everywhere is sketchbook. Well, anyway, it's butterfly, prawns, and green and very beautiful color combinations. I'm not so sure whether it is still in the market, but this is a good collection to work on anything, not just boxes. And I think it will do well on album because it's just so many elements to cut and to show. This is the huge one. I already cut out many pages, so not too much page to show you, but this is a beautiful collections.
I love that black background.
Yeah, so many colors,
pop,
like very, like you have all the color contrasts here, yellow, green, black, and orange. So it's perfect for decoration and composition.
Hi, David. Oh, no, I was about to start singing. So are you saying, Phoebe, about living in a box? I think David and I are an age when we remember a pop song called Living in a Box. So, yeah. Right, okay. So what we thought we'd do is we're both going to work on our own projects as we go, but mine is just so simple that I'm probably just going to spend more time watching Phoebe because I'm fascinated to make these. So I'm going to kind of like just potter about in the background, and you can just, you know, maybe just watch what I'm doing. But I'm going to hand over to Phoebe, who can tell us exactly how to put these absolutely gorgeous boxes together.
So yeah, we have no plan at all. So we just I just want to start saying this first. So for anyone who is watching, so if you are looking for you are hoping to create something extra smooth, extra perfect, fearless, please don't expect to do a perfect round shape box by hands because it is just not very possible. So I'm a super messy person. I probably is the most careless paper crafter in the community. But well, this you can see there is practically, you know, just unbalanced area here and there. But I think it is the good point about handmade. So if you care too much about it, I think you should just buy one from the store. This is from the dollar store, okay? Big and small and study. So it is a factory make. That's why, okay? They use cheaper manpower or more experienced people to do that, but or machine. But we are not machines. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I don't have talent for this, or you know, discouraged. So it is bound to have mistakes or some like irregular area, or like, oh my gosh, this is like
that's what makes them individual.
Looking funny, okay, but this is going to happen and it's okay. I mean, if someone give me one of this, I would be like over the moon. So don't worry about making it perfectly because it's not going to happen. Although I know that many will be making this better than me because I'm super messy and super careless. So that's I want to tell you, and don't get discouraged. Okay. So yes. So please start because I have so many. Okay.
There you go. They're so gorgeous, though, Phoebe. I definitely
thank you, guys.
The shawls. Yeah, me too. I agree with that.
And then so the box will have a top and a bottom. Okay. So this is where you decide how tall, how short, how big. And the first thing first is to have a circle. So to have a circle, usually we will use the paper punch or die cuts, but a die cut usually is maybe the biggest, I think, will be like this, which is around 2 inch or like 2 inch radius. So if you have a die cut of this size, it is good. But if you don't have die cuts of circle cuts, please don't go buy it because it will be like $30, $40 a set, and you're not going to make circle box every day of the year. So it is not worth it. I'm just going to get a compass from the store, is for kids, and then get a craft knife, and that's it.
I love compasses.
Yeah, it will be imperfect. Okay, I'm telling you, it will be imperfect, but there are ways to cover them and hide this and make it look like no murder was happened. So don't worry too much about it. So I will cut a little bit to show you how this is done. And so there is a huge factor for making this box is the paper.
Okay.
So I am using 3 layers of papers in this box. The first layer is a cardstock. This is a heavyweight cardstock. It's about 148 GSM. So it is thicker than your usual cardstock. And because the graphic 45 paper is very thin, like I don't know how much GSM it is, but you can see it is very thin. If you have any graphic 45 paper, you would know.
I'd say then it's about 160.
160.
Yeah,
and then
160. Yeah.
This is a Mintai paper, which is 250.
Wow.
So if you are using a thicker paper, you may not need such thick cardstock. So what I recommend is that you test it with your scraps, okay? You will, after I show you how the layers work, you will do it a little bit to get a hang of the thickness. Because too thick, it will look bulky. Too thin, and then it will be like crash very easy. So the other layer I am going to use is a chipboard. It is around 400 GSM. It is like those card that put inside your shirts when you buy a new shirt. There's a card like when they fold it. Okay, it's like that kind of chipboard. I like it because it is to strengthen the shape. If you don't have it, it will be crushed very easy, and it won't hold. But the thing is that it is thin enough that you can bend it, you can score it. Okay, this is that kind of chipboard. But it won't be able to cut a circle with your circle cutter. So you will still need a craft knife to do that.
Right.
Okay, I will start slowly cutting a circle, and please go on. Thank you.
Well, all I'm doing is I've just taken some of my pattern paper. I've used two sheets of the signature. I'm using Sunkissed, which is quite an old collection. And this is the signature page, which is synonymous with Graphic 45. Everybody knows the main page. I've actually started my fussy cutting because I'll be here all night otherwise. So I've used 2 sheets of the signature page because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be layering these up. But what I've done is I've just taken this bit of this second page that I've got, and I've just literally molded the paper so that it fits into the hoop like that. Then I've got 4 lengths of, I'm just using a thin organza ribbon here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on my hoop, and then I'm going to glue that on, and then I'm going to put it to one side and get on with layering up my images. So yeah, back over to you, Phoebe.
Yeah, I am just drawing these circles with 2-inch. Okay, this is just a sample. I'm not going to use it. So, and then this is Fiskus craft knife. It is a lifesaver because usually I cut my fingers more than the paper, but this one is very, very easy to handle, especially curves. Okay, you just line it up. And this is a magnetic mat, so the papers will hold. If you are using a normal cutting board, you should use some sticker or masking tape to glue down the paper. And then when you turn it off, when you turn the shape, don't move yourself or the knife. Move your paper.
Okay.
Turn the angle so that I'm not seeing where I'm cutting. So move your papers slowly. And then move it again.
You're very brave cutting out with a knife. I don't think I'm that brave. Yeah, I get into trouble with
It's very easy to use.
I have got one of those. They're excellent.
Yeah, it is a lifesaver. Because this paper is fake, so you need to like cut it multiple times. Okay, so I probably will have to do it again, so I am just going to stop here. This is how you make it. And then I am going to step into making the base first. The base is, I'll explain why we do the base first. So this is, I think, is a 3-inch, or yeah, it's a 3-inch. And then I will need to think about how the height, how big, how tall I want it to be. And this time I want it to be I think it is 3-inch. So if you want the height to be 3-inch, you will need another 1/2 inch for the crochet. Okay, so this paper is 3.5, and this is a heavyweight cardstock. It's because the chipboard will not bend that well. So this little teeth is, where is my paper? Okay. So I will show you how to do this. Where is my trimmer? Let's grab my trimmer. And where is my, yes.
I feel very at home crafting with you, Phoebe, because I'm forever losing stuff. I feel really at home.
Okay, so let's just say 3.5, right? Remember? 3.5. And then we will score 5-inch from either side. Okay. And then we will fold it like this. And then we will make the little teeth with your scissors. Just cut the triangle. Don't worry about how big and how small, regular, irregular. You just need the teeth to glue it in the back. So you just keep doing this. And let me tell you, this is very relaxing. I could cut this the whole day. And it is just amazing when you do it alone. Okay, this is how you do the little teeth. And I have already done it here, so I'm not going to bore you with cutting the little teeth. And so let's glue it this one, okay? Yeah, is it? Yes, yes, yes. Is everyone catching up? Am I talking too fast?
I'm spending more time watching you than I am doing my own.
So, before I glue it, so if you are making the boxes for the first time, I would suggest you not make a tall one like this, because it would like become a little bit awkward if it is too high. So it is better to begin with a little bit shorty. Once you get the hang of it, you will be able to create a tall one easily. But the first time, please do maybe 2 inch or 1 inch, because you will know what I mean when I start gluing it. So we will put the glue on the teeth inside.
Do you recommend any particular sort of glue? I'm going to guess it needs to be quite quick drying.
This is a Japanese brand wet glue, but I personally also like tacky glue, but it is a little bit too, the bottle is too big for small projects, so I always use this small one. But the thing is that every country has, their own glue. I always looking for some glue that when it dries, it doesn't have the tiny little mark, like transparent mark left. But sadly, it is very difficult to find in the market. But I know the art glitter, the glue is very good, but it's very expensive here. So I will just make do. But I think whatever comfortable, but it has to be strong enough, because you don't want your box to fall apart. So just use something strong enough, and no double-side tape or that kind of stuff. Glue is the way. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I love wet glue.
Yeah, sometimes I see people using double-side tape on this kind of projects, and I'm like, wow. Okay, so I am going to put the circles on the top of the little teeth, and then this is the first few seconds will feel like, oh my gosh, what is happening? But it's not. Okay, but it will come around. Okay, you will use your boner to boner. Okay, you will move your paper slowly, and then your boner to put them together little by little. So now you know, if it is too tall, it will be like very awkward, especially if your circle is a small circle, you will be like very awkward. So the first time, please do a shorty, okay, like me, shorty. Okay, and then we will glue it the whole area of the teeth like this.
Look, scissors are closed. Whoever I was upsetting with my scissors.
Louise.
Oh, Louise. Now you know why I'm always covered in cuts and bruises and stuff. Mind you, that's usually cat related, to be honest. I'm just layering up my my figures now, and what I'm doing is I'm cutting out from the second layer pieces that I think would, kind of like look as if they were nearer to me. So as you can see with this little lassie, I haven't cut all of her out. I've missed out her hands and her legs, and I'm just going to glue that on top. Now I tend to use this grey board, chipboard, rather than foam pads. You can absolutely use foam pads, but I just get sticked up with them, and they I just don't like them. So that's what I do, just to give a little bit more structure and sort of stability to my figure. So you can see now that this little lass, she's got her hand behind her because that's where it would be, and I've just layered her up just to give a little bit of interest there. You've got such patience, Phoebe. You've got such patience.
And this is a lot of fun. So we will need to join the paper because, you know, no way is that long enough to go make it in one go. So I usually will let it overlap a little bit. But if you are using, if you care about the bulky area here, maybe you should measure it. But I don't want to risk like leaving a little bit gap at the end, so I always overlap it a little bit. So roughly here, roughly here, roughly here, I think. Roughly here. Maybe time to sharpen my craft knife, but well, yes. Okay, and then we keep going like we did. So it will be a little bit overlapped, so we will put glue on the sides as well. Is anyone working with us? I think the big one is pretty, but a small one, like super tiny, will be cute as well. So if you are doing it first time and you don't want to cut a big circle, you can use the paper punch to do a tiny one, and it would be very cute as well.
Oh, it would be.
Like big, just big enough to put a ring or bracelets, that kind of stuff.
I'll make small and cute.
Yes, dear.
So I am putting it just like before. And this is the time where you need some clips to help you. Okay.
I've got some. Do you want them?
The one Max was paying at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so.
He's too up to plate.
Oh no. Disappeared off somewhere, hasn't he?
So if your circle is small, it will be a little bit more awkward when you're gluing the teeth, but it will finish super fast because your circle is small. So, but I like making the big ones. Maybe we don't need that much, so I'm just cutting a little bit. You. Okay, another clip. I'm sorry, I can't see everyone's comment. Is everyone doing well? Am I boring you, or am I talking too fast? Okay,
Well,
this look like I'm making cake.
Now there's a plan. Just saying that the Lovey Fisker's knife. I've been told off for keeping my scissors open, which I do. I'm terribly sorry. Yep. And who's in bed watching?
That's Louise.
Oh, Louise. Oh, here's a question for you, Phoebe. Could you do 2 layers to make it stronger?
Yeah, which is now I'm going to do. Okay, so this is, you know, very fluffy. Of course, if you are just going to a small gifts or imagine this is smaller or just something smaller or small gifts, yes, you can send it out like this, but this will hardly hold at all. So I am using the chipboard where I show you a while ago, which is the one you put under of a socks, a new pair of socks, that kind of stuff. It is around 400 GSM, which is like maybe 4 pieces of this paper, I suppose. But whatever you have, okay, whatever you have, and it is bendable to do it like this, because if you are using a gray board or cardboard, it won't bend too well like this.
Yeah,
but the
absolutely.
thing is that you will need some strong glue to put it. So the way we are going to put is outside, because if you put inside, it will be making the box smaller than it should be. But I usually put it outside. Okay, so let's do it.
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, and then afterwards I will be adding paper outside and inside. So if you are using a paper thicker than graphic 45, you will need to adjust or it will become super bulky. Like this one, I use the heart shape is actually basically the same. It is even easier because this is straight line. Just to curve, we need the teeth, okay? And the heart shape is freehand draw. You just draw multiple times and then cut it the same way. But this is made with mean type paper, which is 250 GSM. So I didn't put the inside, so it will look less bulky than this. But I think if you put in the inner paper, it looks better than just cardstock. So, but it is up to you. And if you are using different papers, different cardstock, you will need to experiment a little bit yourself. So, I think it would be fun to experiment it with your stash. You know,
Absolutely.
everybody have different styles. Like our favorite collections will be different. So you will have to adjust to your style and your, what you like.
Question for you, Phoebe. What are you using to spread the glue? Was it a paintbrush or was it a blade?
Oh, this is from Finabel. It's a silicone brush, but you don't necessarily need this. The cheapest way is just to use leftover hairs, or you can go to the kitchen corner in the store. There should be some kind of silicone tools like spoon or something, and it is perfect for this case. Sometimes the paper will not spread too well, but in a case like this, it's important to have the surface attached to each other completely. So I always use it to but while we talk is a little bit dry up, but
I imagine it's really easy to clean.
Yeah, it is. You just need to let it dry. And then you will be able to peel it off late afterwards. Huh? Why is it not merging? What happened here? Okay, this is a little bit. Well, just let it be. I'll leave it to. Do I need to speed up a little bit or?
No, you take your time. I'm still working on my first hoop. I'm still I'm really glad I did a bit of fussy cutting first, but I am lagging behind.
Why is it not working? Why is it acting funny here? I don't know why, but well.
It's because you're doing a live. Things never go according
Yeah.
to plan.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so it is acting funny. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
This is why we have Max. He's a distraction.
Please go table dance for me, or please Max, do something.
Him, don't we?
Okay, anyway, but okay,
so
it's acting.
I've finished my first hoop. And all I've done is I've just cut out various bits off the signature pages and I've just layered them up. You can see, probably if I put it up that way, you can see, these are layered up quite a lot. But I've just slotted in little bits of fussy cut flowers and stuff underneath my images. And that's my first hoop done. So my second hoop, I put all of this glue and ribbon in. And used my clips. Clips are so great, aren't they? Clips are just brilliant for everything, especially when they pop off. And I'm just going to cut that down now and do exactly what I did with this hoop, as I've done for the little one. Hi, Lou. Lou says, how do you decide what you want to make with a paper collection? Is it the images that inspire the project? What do you think, Phoebe?
I think I always look for collection I like. I mean, is how to say. I mean, I sometimes I don't know, some collection are very easy to use, like this one, because it has many elements to cut. Some collection is for album, like how to explain, like for example, a collection from Stamperia is mostly for album. It will be a little bit hard to do this kind of project because it has very little element to fussy cut. If there is no element for fussy cut, you won't be able to decorate it, so it will be like a fat projects, not 3D projects, but which is fine, which is perfectly fine. But myself is a multiple layers person, and I like to pop up the stuff. So when I choose something, it depends on whether it will have something for me to cut it off. If it doesn't, then I probably will not buy that kind of collections. Like for example, I was working on Carl's class. Is a color study gatefold album, and the collection she used was a color study from Wiki, and that is beautiful collection, but that is not my style because it's something very not exactly simple, but just not a lot of elements to cut out for decoration. That kind of stuff is mostly for like project life projects or genuine. So I think it depends on your style. So if you are not a super decorate person, super fussy cut person, maybe it will be a little bit different for you. But I think, and at the end, it will come back to what kind of elements you like if you like chimpang or if you don't, or if you like some cute animals or that kind of stuff. Just go for the things that you like. I mean, if you don't like something, you won't be able to make something with it and then make it beautiful. I truly believe so. If you give me a collection that I don't really like, I won't be able to do something fantastic with it.
Yeah, I really struggle with like cartoony styles. But then again, equally, I like to challenge myself from time to time and use something like that, because it's not what I would usually do. I mean, I don't make any secret of the fact that my go-to is always Graphic 45. I'm generally making books, as you know, and if you are a bookmaker, then I think that Graphic 45 is the absolute best in the world for me, because you've got all of the these because I like to layer stuff, so all of those elements, all of the the cutter parts, it just absolutely works for albums. But obviously there are other brands that I absolutely adore as well. But yeah, it's I like to challenge myself from time to time. So I did actually try Doodlebug quite recently, and it didn't turn out as bad as I thought it would. So I kind of enjoyed that. But Lou, I'll tell you, I make people laugh, because if I'm making a book and I've got some paper that I need to use for this book, the paper tells me what it wants to be. And I know that sounds utterly ridiculous, but the paper really does.
Sometimes I think it does. I think paper does, like this collection screen boxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you dream about paper, Phoebe?
I think I do, but I don't remember that much. But I remember like doing some kind of life, and I didn't have the stuff ready, and I was like, hold on, I'm going to cut this paper right now. And then I was like,
What, a dream or in real life?
In a dream.
Oh.
And I'm always like, I always prepare everything. I don't like to cut in the life, because I usually don't see very well. I have very, very bad eyesight, and when I am nervous, and I usually will cut the wrong side or cut the wrong length, and then it will be like super horrible when you feel like the eyes are on your hands and you're cutting the wrong paper and wrong size, and it will be a nightmare. So I always get stuff ready beforehand. But this boy is like well, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he is not supposed to be like this. But like I said, it's supposed to be imperfect. So let's
it looks all right to
pretend
me.
You didn't see it is very unbalanced, but I don't know why. So this is the base, and then this is the paper I cut, which is fit in perfectly. And then there is paper we need for the inside and the outside. So I think I will try to glue it super fast, because we will need to step into making the lid. Okay, the lid is the main cost, because if the lid won't close, it won't become a box. So I will move super fast. Okay, super fast.
This is
fast
so
as
clever.
human possible.
I just think this is such a clever way to do it. I'm absolutely fascinated. I've given up on mine now. I'm watching you. This actually, circle boxes, they look really, really difficult. And, you see yours and how you've put it together. And do you know what? I think even I could manage that. It's just beautiful.
Well, this is the first one I make, and this is the number 5. So when you make a few of them, it will become a lot easier. But I think it's the process that is important. I think before I make this one, I had it in my mind. I immersion everything, but it doesn't go like what you immersion. So it is a fun time to discover stuff of the paper and of yourself, of how a messy person I am, for example, which is fine. But
that works for me.
I think it is the important thing is that you have to enjoy it, because if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. Okay, life is already sucks, so don't do something that you don't enjoy. But maybe we don't enjoy like cutting all the papers or measuring a circle and then use the craft knife to cut. Maybe it's not that enjoyable, but well, overall the process is very relaxing, like a therapy to me.
Absolutely the same. Absolutely the same. I think that's why most people craft, though, isn't it? Louise, you've got me paranoid about my scissors now. Nearly poked myself with them.
Oh, no, I'm going to start
I
worrying
know.
about that now.
Yeah, you will.
The box is totally acting funny, which is not funny.
That's just the way it goes sometimes.
I don't know why it's so
funny
funny
now, because I want to have a go at your box.
It is not funny, I'm telling you. Why are you like that? Why?
This is why I like it when Max comes to class, because he just distracts.
Yeah, please come.
You need a
Please
cat.
help. I need Max.
Ow.
Is he sleeping?
I don't know what he's doing. I dread to think.
He's flat out on the bedroom floor.
Oh yeah, because it's so hot in here, and of course he's got such thick fur. He's yeah, hiding out.
I think I might enjoy it.
Don't blame you.
It's funny that it's so hot outside and we are already looking at Christmas collections, and I'm like
yeah, but I always look at Christmas collections. I just there's nothing nicer in my book. I
like Christmas, but
Christmas.
I think it is just usually is the fun part is the panning, and then it pass like before you realize it is already gone, and then yeah, it's so sad.
What's Christmas like with you? What's your weather like with Christmas?
It will be winter for us, and my area hardly snow. And I come from a country, I am a Hong Konger, so Hong Kong never snows. So before I moved to Japan, I have never seen snow or, live in a snowing environment. And it is fun, but in our area, it hardly snow especially in December. I think maybe one time in 10 years, or it could be snowing in December, but it hardly happens. So it is not going to like the paper collection or snow Santa Claus is not happening. So
oh, that's sad. I like a bit of snow. Any
So
excuse?
I am going to cut this funny parts a little bit. Funny.
Karen says no. Christmas in June, please.
Oh yes, absolutely. Christmas every day of the year.
And because Japanese is Japan doesn't have any. Well, basically, it is not a Christian religious country. So the religious meaning of a Christmas mean nothing here, unless it is like. Well, it is not a religious events here in Japan.
So what's the big? There must be a festival where everybody
festival.
celebrates.
There's a
What would that
time for
be?
party or for shopping or for just gathering for having fun. But I think it is the same for most country. But well, Japan is a country especially not religious. Okay, so I have cut this part for the outside, but I'm going to make the lid first because I may change the paper. Okay, we will put this boy in the corner because he is a bad boy today. So now we are going to make the lid. So the lid is very important, is that it is big enough to cover it. So we will draw it like this, roughly like here. Don't worry, we are not going to cut this one. So I actually have cut up beforehand, which is, for example, if my bottom is 3-inch radius, okay, let's see 3-inch radius. I will put the lid a little bit like maybe 1/8 more than 3-inch, so it will be 3 and I cannot pronounce this, please help me. 3 and 1/8 in your scale to draw the circles. It's do I make myself understandable? So
yes, you
if
do.
your base
Absolutely.
is 3-inch radius, okay, and your lid need to be bigger than that because you have add this paper and that paper. So if your lid is not big enough, it won't close. So I usually will add like 1/8 inch for it. If it is too big, it will like looking funny as well. So 1/8 is the perfect number, I think. So it will be 3 and 1/8 for the lids to draw these circles. But we always need the second circle, which will be the design paper, right? But after you do the same procedure again, the circle will become a little bit bigger because of the length here. So put it off, don't cut this first, just do the cardstock first.
That makes sense.
It makes sense? Okay, so
definitely.
we will do it, and let me. And I cannot find the paper. I already cut. Ha ha ha. Where is the little teeth? I already cut.
I keep finding little bits of stuff I've fussy cut.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So they have gone to somewhere, so I will need to cut it again. Is that true? Yeah, it is true.
Always the way.
Oh, yeah, they are here. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I am making it as thin as this one, which is 1/2 inch. So you will need to have a strip of 1 inch for the teeth, okay? Just like before. And let's put back on. And we will do it the same thing again. Okay. How is everyone following? So sorry I can't see your comments.
Jen, who's in Canada, is asking, Phoebe, your English is fantastic. Did you learn in school?
I was born and grown up in Hong Kong, which is when it was still, under the British government. But we learned English from kindergarten, but it was very textbook. Like I go to school by bus, I have a pen, I have a pencil, that kind of English. So it wasn't until I moved to Japan and then I started Facebook, and then it really opened a new world to me. And then after that, I was in love with Twilight, which is the movie, okay?
Yep.
And then I start reading fun fiction, and which lead to I start reading books in English, which is, well, I'm not ashamed to say it is a lot of erotica, okay? And
okay.
you could be laughing, but it is the best way to learn English, I tell you.
Oh, okay.
It is the best way to learn English or foreign language. And then with a lot of TV program in English, like especially now we have Netflix or Amazon Prime, and I watch a lot of those, and especially like that kind of police stories. Or I watch quite a lot of the UK story as well. Like my favorite is in Netflix is the criminal series. I don't know if any one of you have watched that in Netflix. It's a short series of story. It has criminal UK, criminal Spain, criminal Germany and France. I think it's very interesting.
Oh,
and
yes,
criminal UK,
yes.
UK. And the first criminal is Daniel. I forgot his name, and he was like a policeman in another drama I watched, and I also forgot the name. What was that?
I'll look it up. Yeah, I've not long watched it.
Church or something, and it was like, oh my gosh, he can't be a criminal, but he was a criminal, and it's like a one episode, finished episode, and then you will see that he is a criminal in the same episode. So, well, just a little bit.
Do you know, it amazes me how many crafters like, crime. That seems to be what we do. We watch crime stuff whilst we're crafting.
Yeah, I always watch something when I craft, but sometimes it's just like, because it's not my mother tongue, is for some series it's a little bit difficult while I put my head in the trimmer while listening to them talk about the evidence. Is a little bit too difficult for me, but I enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
And my new favorite is the backlist. Okay, so the lead is coming together. I hope it works. Okay. Oh, thank God. If it doesn't work.
You made that look very easy.
It is a lot of fun of making this, I'm telling you. I think we should do this in a crop party or something, and we can do it in different shapes, like heart shape. Heart shape is fun. I mean, everybody has a different kind of ideal heart shape. You know, maybe you like a big one or thin and tall one. So it will be fun to see how everyone's heart box it will be. So it could be a crop party project. Okay, where am I? Yes, and I am going to what am I going to? Okay, this little chipboard.
Hi, Faye. Faye's just woken up in Australia, Phoebe.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. It's very early.
Your camera's moved, darling.
Woo!
There we go. I'm so fascinated now. I need to see everything you do.
It is very cloudy outside. Okay.
So is this the strengthening piece again?
Yes. So. Carl, are you sitting down when you are doing a live?
Yeah.
But
always. Do you stand?
I mean, yeah, I'm standing because I'm struggling if I cannot see the screen of my camera. So, but in order to be able to see it, I have to stand up. If I sit down, I won't be able to see anything. I would put my head here, and then you can immersion.
Right in front of me, I've got my desktop PC. So
okay.
my camera, which actually I need to change because it's terrible, and I've just seen how bad it is compared to yours, because yours is so clear, and so the colours are so bright and gorgeous. I really need to get mine sorted. But yeah, I have right in front of me, I have my PC, so I have that without sound. No, I have that with.
I don't know about the StreamYard, but Facebook, when you do live on Facebook, it will like turn down your resolution a huge number. So
absolutely.
It doesn't matter what kind of phone you're using. You're using an iPhone or you're using the cheapest phone in the world. It is the same. But I'm not sure when we are using this StreamYard.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit different?
Well, I use it for all of my lives, and it's great because we can do this where we've got both of us on screen, and Mark can pop up any questions. You know, and if we're making a book, he puts the measurements up, which is really great. And if I do a class where I'm not doing it live, I record it on StreamYard because I just get better resolution, really. And then just edit it from there. But I like StreamYard because, you know, it gives us a chance to both easily, you know, be on here together and
you know, actually I was talking to one of my crafty friends the other days, and many of you may not understand that crafting costs a lot of money. It is absurd, I can tell you. Like, for example, I have a homepage of myself, a domain, Phoebe Tonosaki, and it is like $100 or more a year, or more than that. Okay, it's money. And then StreamYard, I'm sure it has an annual fee. Okay, annual fee. And then if you are making videos, you will need editing program. It will have annual fees, and any musics or any effects you're using, you will need to pay for it. Everything is money. So I have been doing classes and upload my videos in windmill instead of YouTube, and it has annual free. Every year I have to pay for it if I want my video to stay there every year. So everything is money. It's not easy to be a freelance educator or a small business. So I urge you to understand that sometimes it is really hard for us to survive.
Yep.
It is really big struggle every day. Even though you don't make anything, it costs you money. Like the money is flying away every second. It's ridiculous. So I hope more people would maybe understand that we are actually struggling a lot about this. Okay. So I am going to cut a paper because this probably look great, but I want to use this paper. Okay, the first I will cut down the length for the lead, which is 1/2 inch.
You know what? It's so sad that you're going to be covering those teeth up because they look so cute. I guess if you were like feeling really, clever, when you were covering it, you could still cut teeth into it and cover, use your pattern paper with teeth on.
The teeth is
I love
cute.
that effect. It looks so cool. It seems such a shame to cover it up.
Yeah, this teeth, but you can have it. The bottom is extra funny today. I don't know why, but well, let's close it and then forget it. Okay, where's my trimmer?
Oh, Max is coming.
Hi, Max. Come here.
Come on, we need you.
Come here, Max.
Come on, Maxie. Oh, Mark's got treats for him. There you go. You said you wanted Max, so we found a way. Treats, I think.
Hello, Max.
Come on. Oh, and Storm's here as well.
Little and large.
Yeah.
Come on.
Getting him to eat on the floor is not helping.
Oh, well.
You'll have to pick him up, but he's like too
away.
hot. Oh, okay. Here, give him to me. Thank you. Max, come
Hi,
on.
Max.
Come on, look what I forgot. Treats.
Hi, Max.
He's thinking about it.
I'm not a mouse. Are you insulting me?
He doesn't know what to do. He wants the treats, but he thinks we're going to touch him.
We've got Storm.
Well, we've got Storm.
Storm's here.
Oh, she's found the treats.
So when I measure the paper for here, I would find the midpoint, which is here. So
Taking us all to bed.
Oh.
So let's find the midpoint. So when you cut this circle, it should be a midpoint here. And then right now we want to cut the design paper for the lid. So I am using this to imagine how big it should be. Yeah, I think it would be better to have a big one than a small one.
Yeah, Lou, I'd do the same.
Well, let's cut it first. So it is a struggle for bad eyesight. So I will need to put it. Okay. I will need to draw it extra hard so that I can see it to cut it.
Here's a question for you. How do you choose which side of the paper to use? I always really struggle with that.
Okay, so this collection has many main colors: black, orange, green, and yellow. So I was doing the light color and the dark color. So the light color is very easy to the eyes. Let's remove this paper first. And the black paper is also very unique. But when you are using white cardstock, when your circle doesn't match with it, okay, like this, if you use a black paper, it will look extra ugly. So when it is extra ugly, I use some black gesso or acrylic paint to paint it a little bit to cover the ugliness.
Yeah.
So it is safer to use a light tone so that the ugliness or imperfect doesn't show too sharp. And I think if you are like me, not very good eyesight, you better choose a lighter color to cut. But I think the lead is the most important, so it has to be a paper pattern color that you like. If you see something you don't like on a lead, you're not going to like it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it should be something you like. But for example, for this one, the green, it is very noisy. It was very noisy. So I add a little bit of gesso to tune down a little bit so that it won't be so lousy like this. But it will depends on what collection you are using. So you just experiment. If you are making multiple of circles, it is better that you use different colors. But it will also be fun if you like use the same paper for all sides. But I doubt you will have the same paper that much, because when I make 5 box, I already about to use the whole package already, which is like 12 paper or 16.
Yeah, I was chatting earlier about how frustrating it is that all different, manufacturers have different number of sheets of paper in their packs. We need standardizing, like
especially so. I mean, G45 doesn't have a lot of number of paper in one set, especially the normal paper pad. This is a deluxe collection, so it has a little bit more than normal. For other company, I think it has regular number of paper. Every pack is different. So I think it will be now the main factor of how customers choose their paper pack, For me, it is very important because every craft stuff import to Japan is expensive. So I have to choose wisely, or I would have nothing to work on. Okay, move your paper.
Are there a lot of people who craft in Japan?
Very little choices, especially now, we cannot get anything from Russia, because Russia used to be a huge community of crafting. Many paper brands, many chipboard brands, and die-cut brands. But right now the situation is changed completely in the paper crafting community. So we are not going to have any Russian origin products. So I think it has changed hugely after COVID and the war, especially at least for Japan. I don't know about any other areas, but I can see that it it has been changing and affecting every one of us hugely.
Yep.
And I'm sure that the paper pack is going to get more expensive.
I
now.
think that's across the board though. Shipping costs are definitely going to have an impact.
Paper and printing and
It's good that we've all got
transportation.
such big statues.
I hope I won't cut my fingers while talking, or
Yeah,
you
I
would
hope you don't cut your fingers.
you will be seeing a body situation which nobody wants. So
I think Mark stopped watching. He always worries about me cutting my fingers. At least it's you tonight. Takes the pressure off me.
well, I think it is super fun to have someone to talk to while doing a live.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, sometimes it feels like you are talking to the air, which is exactly what is happening. But I think it is interesting to. It is like doing a secret crop party.
It is, isn't it? That's it, exactly. Mila, I agree with you 100%. Crafting is just. I don't think I can think of anything much better for mental health. Because you're creating something. You're so focused on doing what you're doing, and if you've got something that you love at the end of it because you're creating with papers that inspire you and making things that you love, there just really isn't anything better, is there? I agree 100%.
Yeah, I think maybe that is one of the reasons I love boxes and albums. Well, album will take days to do it, and I personally don't have too much photo to put in, so I usually just make it and put it out there. But boxes I can put in the fussy cuts and
Yep. We should do a collaboration of a book in a box. I'll do the book and you can make the box for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like a plan. Jen says all the best papers are double-sided in that, you want both sides of them and you've only got one piece of paper. I totally understand.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So frustrating.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's just like, should I cut off my husband or my crafting? Like, is it even a choice?
Well, no, not really. Sorry, dear. I forgot you were here.
Sorry, dear. Like, oh, this looks great. So let's do it. So, but well, I try not to think about it because I think they do it intentionally so that maybe you would buy one more set just to have, double side.
Oh, and I do. It's so true. But that's the nice thing, I think, with Graphic 45 for me, because I do a lot of fussy cutting and I do a lot of layering, and you always get at least 2 sheets. Is it in the 8x8 pads you get 3? I think. Could be wrong about that, but I think in the 8x8 pads you get 3, and it just makes such a difference. You don't have to choose so much.
Meantime doesn't have 8x8 but 6x8 6. Honestly, as an album maker, I would prefer 8x8 more than 6x6 because 6 is hardly doing anything at all. But maybe for some people, for like maybe making explosion boxes, a 6x6 is good enough. But I would prefer 8x8, honestly.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I mean, I do a class every month where we use 6x6 paper pads because we all buy them. We never know what to do with them. I mean, this is the one that we're doing this week, and it's just made a little 3x6. Gosh, there's a
So
surprise.
depends on the cutting area. Some has, you
Yeah.
know, less pattern, like this has less beetles. So I'm going to use this as the main one so that we can see more beetles in the box.
Always a good thing. But yeah, papers are a funny thing. I just like how, you know, we've all got our favourites, and just how, you know, there is some, whatever your style, there is something that will suit you down to the ground.
But I think for UK people, Australia people, especially United States, America people, I think you are very, very lucky people because, well, from where I come from Hong Kong, there was no scrapbooking community at all. There were no stores, no education. I definitely don't know a thing about paper, making books, making box. No, nothing. Okay, and then Japan has scrapbooking, but it's a very isolated community. They has this academy, you have to pay top dollars to study scrapbooking. So it's very difficult to be part of it, and not many papers, not many resources, and everything is expensive. So for those of you that it is very easy to order, like for UK, you have the television channel. I'm so jealous. I'm so envy. I wish we have something like that, but we don't. So
what do you think that is? You know, because I mean, you know, as we've already been discussing, you know, this evening, you know, the joys of crafting, just being creative, the benefits to your mental health. Why is it
I
that
think it is
in some
because
countries than others,
Japan has many kinds of crafting, like sewing, knitting, crochet, clay, or
oh yeah,
bees, or resin. Too many kinds to count. So it is, and people want immediate gratifications.
yeah.
They don't want to learn 2 years to do an album. They want it now or tomorrow. They want it to look good in Instagram and YouTube. That's all. They don't want to learn 3 years to make a beautiful something. They do. They, especially the youngers. I think that's why. So the normal crafting population are elder people, like from the 40s, or even more elderly. So okay, let's get papers for this one. I don't like the paper. Do I have enough for? No, you don't have enough. So I think, well, it is difficult. I think it is difficult for everywhere. Like maybe other countries is into decoupage right now, or furniture designing, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Well,
I
we've been
don't
told
have.
that paper crafting is becoming much less popular. I don't see that, but that's what we're told. There's definitely been, I would say, there is less available in the UK maybe than there has been before. There is, like, in our kind of like chain craft store, there seems to be less of a focus on paper craft. That's absolutely for sure. But I don't see that paper crafting is less popular. Far from it.
Which one?
Oh, that one. Oh,
the green one.
I don't know. Put the other one back.
Black one.
Yeah, black one.
Okay.
That's hard. They were both great.
Okay. Okay, so this is 3 inch. So I was like reading something in a Facebook group. It is a junk journal group. So the other day, the ladies there were discussing that the craft store Tuesday morning or something that doesn't
yeah.
have crafting area anymore. So I think that is the trend.
Such a pity. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, by the way. Who is it, Mark? I can't see who it says.
Oh, it's which one? Both of them. Diane.
Thanks, Diane. Diane says both of your makes are lovely.
Thank you,
very
Diane.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. I will look at the comments later.
Yep,
This
likewise.
paper is gorgeous.
I've been so focused on you and your box that I've not been concentrating on anything else. It's fascinating.
So Max didn't come.
Well, he did briefly, but you were concentrating on something else.
Oh
but he
my
didn't.
gosh.
He's on the floor here because we've got wooden floors upstairs, so it's nice and cool. So he's just. I'll take a photograph and I'll send it to you afterwards, so you can see he is
He
here.
was
He's
like,
just not on the
okay,
desk.
I'm not neat here.
Yeah, something like that. There you go.
Yeah, I think we should. The group crafting all together with all brands. We actually should do more co-lives. It is interesting, I think.
Yep, definitely.
Different combinations, I think, is awesome. Like to talk about everything, like from crafting to Netflix to erotica books.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got the vlog hop, which we do every month. Lou, if you're still here, I've asked Phoebe, and time permitting, we might be able to rope her in, which would be amazing. So if you're not aware, people from Crafting Together with All Brands, we do a vlog hop on the first Monday of every month, and you've got a couple of months you can go back and have a look at. Plenty to join in, and there's loads of us taking part in that. Really enjoy that. But yeah, Phoebe, I think you're onto something. I think some more co-lives, and we could mix it up, Lou.
Yeah, we should like different combination. Like it would be fun. I think it would be fun. Like it is not a actual meetup, but it feels close enough for that.
Yeah, it's as good as, isn't it? And I mean, you and I have spoken so much on Messenger. It was so lovely this morning to actually hear your voice. It was just fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. Yesterday for me, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is super, super fun. But not here. It is super frustrating. I don't know what happened and why he is like this, but well, this is the live version, so.
Well, I'm not going to tell you which book, but I did a very long series of classes to make this particular project, and I realised halfway through that I wasn't teaching it the way that I made it, and the way that I made it was infinitely easier than the way I was teaching it. So we'll just leave that thought there. That didn't quite go according to plan. I think that's just the way they work, these lives, isn't it?
I think just sometimes our brain is not working the way it should be. When we are like sitting alone at our table, it's just a little bit different kind of mindset. I think maybe that's why.
Yeah. But I must admit, I thoroughly enjoyed doing my project because it wasn't a book, and it's been a long time since I've done anything other than books, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Right, Louise is asking, what do you both do with all of your finished projects? I might
Oh,
let Mark answer that.
this is the $1 million question. Every once in a while, for some people that doesn't make very often, it would be interesting for them to see that how often we make projects. Well, I used to make mixed media projects, and they are like just decoration. So, but right now when I make album and boxes, so usually it will make a good gifts to someone, and everyone who receive it will be like super happy. You will be able to bring a big smile on somebody's faces. So sometimes I give them out, but usually it stays with me. But that's why I always think before I make. Is it gonna be useful, or is just going to go into the trash box? I think it is important to think about it. But since this is a hobby and you can't stop buying paper, so you have to make something. So just don't brain yourself too much. So this boy is a little bit rebellious, so it doesn't look wrong, but we are here. So
That is
we will
gorgeous.
decorate and what else? So this is the fussy cuts I cut from the paper. It's super small, and you need a lot of time to do it.
Wow.
So we were chatting in Carl's group, Paper Scissors Story, and there were many people talking about how much they hate fussy cutting. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I do.
So I am going to show some fussy cutting love for you. And okay, for example, this is too small. It will hardly show anything. Let me grab a bigger paper. Okay, this is big enough. So, before I joined the Mintai team, I absolutely hate fussy cutting. But then when I get used to it, it is like I can't stop. I always finding something to cut. The secret is to not do it in a hurry. Okay, do it when you have plenty of time. You don't need to finish this project, this book today. You can like take a month to do it. Okay, don't give yourself a deadline. So the keywords is to move your paper, not your scissors. Okay, this is an easy one. Okay, when you come to the corner, move your paper. So that way your hands will not be, your dominant hands will not be too tired. So move your papers, and don't worry too much about super precisely, because no one is going to look at your parts and this one is not right. No one is going to do that to you. So just roughly or just the way you see it. Okay, just move your paper on these curves.
Do you know when I'm fussy cutting, if I've got a lot to do, what I tend to do is so I'm the sort of person who likes to see what I've achieved in a job. So I rough cut a pile of images. So I'm going to say I'm going to cut that one, and I'm going to cut this one, and then I've got this pile in front of me that I just have to to cut round, and then I can see what I've done, and then I can I feel like I've really achieved something. Hi, Irina.
Like this, yeah.
How lovely to see you. Irina says she's starting to love fussy cutting. It's so relaxing. It can be.
Yeah, Irina, yeah, is so don't do it when you are like super busy, like you are going to go out in 5 minutes. Don't do that when you have scheduled to catch or something like that. Do it after dinner, after everything calm down. You are at your table watching stupid TV or something like that, or half your brain can throws off. Do it that time, and then cut it bit by bit. So it is super relaxing.
I've been known to take it out in the car if Mark and I have gone somewhere and I've got a project that I need to do. I'll take a little box full of fussy cutting out with me and do it whilst poor Mark's driving. Well, it's either that or go to sleep. So yeah, I tend to fussy cut.
So like this butterfly, you see the tentacles here. So sometimes I will cut it, sometimes I just won't, because it's not going to stay anyway. Well, I have it here, but well, it is not going to stay. So if sometimes you feel frustrated, you just, okay, forget it. I will just go over it. Okay, no one is going to question you. Your butterfly doesn't have tentacles. No one is going to do that. So just, okay, just let it be.
Now
So
you said that, every time I see you cut a butterfly without tentacles, I'm going to tell you about it.
is it called tentacles for butterflies?
No.
Or fracture?
Is it antenna? I don't know what they're called. Yeah,
Antenna. Okay, antenna.
You know,
so
like on the TV.
for this small stuff, you will need more attention, but you don't need to cut everything you see. Just part of it, or you think it would be useful. So if the stem is too thin, just get around the area involved to cut it together.
Yeah, Louise says antenna. Yeah. No, neither do mine. I always cut my butterflies ones off as well. And sometimes, depending on the paper I'm using, I tend to leave, I don't go too close to the actual image. I'll leave a little bit of a reveal around the edge because it's just quicker. And it means
I usually will leave like an edge for fussy cutting, but this paper you have the orange background, so if you leave it, it will look like funny when it put together. So it only works when you have like white background. So
yeah, Louise says some people call them feelers, and I like that. It's so much easier to
feelers.
say. Yeah,
okay.
Feelers. Yeah, I'm going with that.
So mushroom. Okay,
I love mushrooms.
Mushroom. So I will cut this mushroom and then we will get the decorating going. I'm not looking at the time because I'm sure it is over an hour, but I
just
approaching 2.
Okay, so we will decorate, put the bad boy in the corner, and I have many butterflies. This is from another some are from another collection, which is called Flutter, Flutters.
So yeah, that's the one with all the butterflies.
And I only buy the single paper. It's all butterflies and very gorgeous. So, well, but there is the same. Some butterfly is from the same collection, so don't worry about you need to buy another paper. If you have this, if you don't have this, you can use your stash. Okay.
Oh, thank you, June. They're so easy.
Thank you, June. Thank you. So I am hoping to use something orange because green we see nothing. We will need some color contrast to pop up the image. So, and my double-sided tape is here, and there is this super thick tape. It is actually not double side. It is just a farm tape. It is for the windows. You put it in the edge of the windows, and it won't it will shut down the sound, so
Wow.
noises. So,
I never thought of
so
using that.
I like that this is thick enough. So, well, I just quickly add some flowers on it. So, if we are like this is green and we see nothing, then maybe we use something to pop it up, or there is some
I think
cut
Louise
off.
is off to bed. Night night, Lou. Thank you very much for
Bye bye,
joining us.
Lou. Good night. I know it's late for you guys. So maybe we can use something like this, or maybe I can use some sunflower from the other collection, which is Let It Be.
I love how organised you are with all of your bits in the I mean, isn't it lovely? You know, like you've got all those beautifully decorated pots on your craft desk.
No, this is not a craft desk. My craft desk is a mess that cannot be seen, cannot be mentioned. But this just okay. I think I like it like this.
Have you got a show tomorrow, Lou?
Yeah, we will show it again. Thank you, Lou. Okay, this is the sunflower from Let It Be, and it is very interesting cutting the sunflower, but we don't need it on the same area, so I'm cutting it separately. I'm about to finish, guys. So sorry to take up so many of your time.
Oh, you carry on. It's fascinating. Oh, yeah, I had to do that for a few months. Well, with Mark, not Steve, obviously. So, yeah, I feel your pain, Louise.
Do you guys work on, like, sometimes want to work on some projects so eagerly that you work until midnight or something?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All the time. I want sometimes, like, my inspirations certainly have some inspiration at night after I went to bed, especially after I lay at the bed. And then, but I when I was younger, I would be like able to get up and work on it, but right now I'm like, maybe tomorrow. And and then when tomorrow comes, I would be like, what did I think about? I have no idea. So sometimes I put a book, a notepad at the end of my bed and to write it down, but usually I can't recognize what I was writing.
Oh, yeah, I know that problem. Yeah, I get all my best ideas at 3 a.m. Although just recently I've just noticed that my sleep pattern has completely changed. I used to be like, you know, I could work basically all night. But these days I'm in bed at like 10 o'clock and asleep. But then I'm up really early. And then I've remembered how nice it is. I do like getting up early, I have to say. I seem to get so much more done. But yeah, working through the night. Do you love it, like when you're working on a project and it's just, you know, for a change, going so well that you just can't stop, or you wake up in the morning so excited to carry on with it?
Yeah, I was working on the pages of your book last night, and I want to keep it going, but I have to go to sleep in order to, you know, wake up to today. Well, it was like my mind was so excited, and it took me a while to get into sleep. Yeah, and it happens.
Brilliant though, isn't it, when that happens? I love getting that excited about a project.
Yeah. Sometimes your mind is like, oh, I have no inspiration at all. Maybe I should stop doing this. But sometimes your mind is like, can we go now?
Yep, Totally. Mind you, having said that, talking about inspiration, I never used to have a problem at all thinking of things until my dad asked me once what I would do if I ran out of ideas. And it had never occurred to me that I might run out of ideas. And now I spend so much time worrying that I'm going to run out of ideas that I run out of ideas, which is quite a self-fulfilling prophecy, I think. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I never used to worry about it, and now I do all the time. Thank goodness the paper speaks.
But I think it is just a natural circle. Sometimes you're so overexcited. Sometimes you're like dry, like whatever. Like you just can't do it anymore. I think it is only natural to have that kind of ups and downs.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I agree wholeheartedly. So I'm going to be starting a pop-up book, which actually I'll be teaching in crafting together with all brands.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So I need to find some paper for that because I've got a few ideas. So yeah, I just need to find the right paper, and I'm quite excited to get on with that one. Actually, now I know what I'm doing. Well, one of the few times when actually the idea comes first and the paper comes second. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm quite excited to get on with that.
Okay, let's do it super fast. So I don't know what is the name of this flower, but it's super funny, and the white color is perfect for the contrast. So remember I talked about hiding the ugly parts. So this is where you go. The parts here, so you will use something to cover it completely.
Yeah.
And then it won't be so pop up. And this is where you need the small parts of fussy cuts.
Yeah. Although those look so intricate, I am in awe of that, because I don't think I'd cut those that well.
So I think the farthest one thing is good is that you don't need a directions. You can turn it on, and I'm trying to do this effect is that no directions were shown. So I can look it this way or that way, and it will be looking okay. I'm hoping to do that right now. So I'm doing it super fast, so I am not doing everything perfectly. Maybe do it later just to show you the ideas. So it is yellow on green, not very bright, but we can add some color contrast, which blue is perfect, and especially to hide up the tiny parts where your fussy cut may not be perfect, or this.
Wow.
Yeah,
those flowers look real.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous. So maybe a little bit of this, just a tiny bit. Are you dozing off?
No, I'm absolutely fascinated. I'm sitting here with my mouth wide open, just in awe of what you're making. I could watch you all the time. It's just brilliant.
I'm like a super impatient person in the world, and I hate to make people wait. So I'm like a little bit worried about the guy staying up until it's too late to watch the video. So I'm trying to finish this as soon as human possible, but I also don't want to make something I'm not happy at. So this flowers is gorgeous. It's from this paper. This paper. So many to cut. So you need glasses to cut this. We can think about if we are going to do a collab next time, what should we do?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should get people who are going to watch us to decide. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca says our projects are gorgeous.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much. I'm about finished. Hopefully. Don't. So it happens and you are in a rush, and then you will forget things, and then so on. We have a little bit here. Okay, maybe. Okay.
That's really lovely, the contrast of that reddy orange colour.
Yeah, this paper is gorgeous.
I can't believe that those sunflowers look real.
Yeah. Do you think they draw it themselves, or it is like pre-made graphic?
I think it's a bit of both. I think with Graphic 45, a lot of the images are original vintage images that they have made more for the modern palette, shall we say. Because definitely, some of the, but I mean, I think there's many paper manufacturers, do that. When you've got so many, beautiful vintage images, why would you, not give them a new lease of life? But I think it's a mixture. But one of the things that I do like about Graphic 45 is the colours. In that it's very consistent. So, like you've done there, you've mixed two collections, and there's no way anybody would know that if they weren't, big Graphic 45 fans like me, because, they all kind of go together. I mean, the ones that I can think of that kind of stand out as a bit different for me, there was Bohemian Bizarre, and then there's another one quite recently that's completely off. I know, Come One, Come All. They're quite similar. But otherwise, I think everything, it just, because the colours are so consistent throughout all the collections, it makes it quite a cost-effective, line to buy, I guess, because, you can mix and match so much. I'm just wondering where they got the images for these little girls from. I'll have to go and have a look and see what I can find out. I'm intrigued now. But I liked...
So I like to cut the butterflies into half to put it like this, because there is no rules. You have to use it like...
That's a good idea. I'd never thought of that.
Yeah.
Night, June. Thank you, darling.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it. Maybe I'll add some more, but I think that is, and I think maybe a little bit here, just to cover the ugliness.
Mind you, you say ugliness, but everything about your project is beautiful. Even the bits that you're trying to hide.
I think it just depends on if you care about it or not. If you don't, then it is perfectly okay, I think. So here we are. Thank you, folks, for the long company. And even though the boy is a little bit funny today, we make it.
It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
So I hope you guys enjoy this. I truly did enjoy this. Life is fantastic. I mean, it's inspiring and fun and everything I have dreamed of. So even though it is acting funny, but Well, we did it.
We certainly
So
did.
we should be able to put this into this and then into this and then into this.
Oh, that's brilliant. Like
Into
little
this
dolls.
and
Fantastic.
into this.
Was
Okay,
that your
so
plan all along?
yeah, I think, yeah, I would like to see how everyone is making this one. What paper are you going to use? It will be fun.
I'm going to have a
Well,
go.
yeah, please do, please do. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Wow, it's around 2 hours. Oh my gosh.
It was worth every second. Phoebe, thank you so
for the
much for
company.
being with me
Thank you.
today.
Thank you, especially for the admins of the group. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Mark. And thank you, Max.
Yes,
Thank you,
whoever it is.
guys, everyone. I will drop in the comment after sit down and yeah, we unwin. So thank you so much. Love you guys.
Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, I will see you soon. ありがとうございます. Thank you so much. Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.